Give it to us.
All right, people in the chat, do you see just a big black screen? People in the Zoom call, do you see a big black screen? Yes, perfect. All right. Hopefully Zoom and otherwise can hear the audio. Here we go. A world inspired by Greek mythology. So you'll see a lot of analogs to famous Greek myths, as well as just going from the central tenets of heroes, gods, and monsters. Just wait, gifting all the current viewers. Oh my god, Miles, that is incredible!
LA Gamers is the largest LGBTQ video game-based nonprofit in Los Angeles.
So this Twitch channel is both bringing attention to those causes and also any subscriptions, money going to LAGS, the organization, is used towards those causes. How many of y'all have seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding? Because you are all invited to My Big Fat Theron Wedding.
I kind of want to go to this wedding, like in real life. It sounds really nice.
George says, well, with that, let's all take a bite of this cake as my love Lua and I take a bite into our new life. All the guests and the grooms take a bite of the cake and immediately fall to the floor. Knocked out.
I'm getting paid, right?
I'm just showing my satyr butt.
Yes, you can do that. I'm gonna stop trying to do things.
I have a -1 stealth rating. I'm a giant bull wearing steel plates.
I have 17. Yes, Kalaka's terrified of dogs.
Oh,
as a cat person.
A literal cat person, yes.
The literal.
Yeah.
she seems terrifying, so I trust her most out of everyone in this team.
Okay.
The mermaid was right. This was a waste of time. Kill it.
I'm not a mermaid.
The horniest satyr I've ever seen.
17.
Okay. Please initiate your flirting.
Yeah.
I think this is a great time for a song. Okay. Yay!
That was great.
How we doing?
So you guys can unmute yourself. Ask to unmute. Ask to unmute.
Okay.
Who made that? That was absolutely
made that.
fantastic.
I made that all day today instead of planning for the session, so hopefully y'all don't want to actually play D&D.
Yeah, no. Well done, Kyle. That was really, really good. I liked it a lot.
I just plan on flirting with more people today.
By the way, the names are all in the wrong places for you all right now.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to move those around, but it'll take a second. So because we spent a little bit of time already trying to get things all figured out, can I have everyone introduce themselves? Actually, hold up. First rule of business, as always, please roll for initiative for introductions.
All right.
Oh.
I have -1 initiative. It's really rough.
Ooh.
That means
Oh,
you get the whole treatment of like being last in the alphabet in class to introduce yourself or whatever.
I rolled a 1.
Who said that?
I did, Jonathan.
Thank you.
And oh,
Who said that?
14.
Okay, Mishiru 10, Jaina 14.
I'm 12.
Yes, you are.
So good.
And then
My initiative, by the
Cannon?
way, Cannon, is +3.
I got a 19.
Was that a 9 or an 8? 19, 18.
19.
Thank you.
Yes.
I rolled a 20, but because I have -1 initiative, it's a 19.
Well, you can tell me nat 20 down to 19. I appreciate the little narrative.
Gotcha.
Why is
Cool.
your initiative?
So Alistar, aka Cannon, leading us off. Give us your name, your pronouns, your character's name, your character's pronouns, and then answer as both you and your character for today's question of the day. And if you're in chat, you should also answer if you feel like it. How are you with directions, as in both sense of like knowing what way you're facing, or if you were trying to navigate a location without a GPS or map, how would you fare?
Okay, so I'll start us off. Hi everyone, my name's Cannon. My pronouns are he, she, they, whatever, I don't really care. What else was I supposed to say about myself? That's it, right? I feel like I'm forgetting
Yep,
something.
until the question.
My character's name is Alistair. His pronouns are he, his, him. In terms of directions, I am absolutely directionless. I'm absolutely useless at trying to find my way literally anywhere. Really awful at it. My character would be probably really good at it because he has a long history of being in the military and being really useful in that regard.
Nice. Next up we have Jaina, Christina.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
my name's Christina.
I accidentally put the trailer back on. No one besides me wants to see that a second time. Sorry, go ahead.
Christina, that's my name. And then she, her. Then Jaina is also she, her. I am amazing at directions, and Jaina is amazing at directions.
Well, hello, let's celebrate that. All right.
I'm always the navigator.
Next, Chris.
My name is Chris. I have no pronouns. Directions. Anyone who's been in my car knows I am not the best driver or navigator. Ched, my character, is always drunk, which same, but he has he pronouns. Is actually very well equipped with getting around when drunk. When sober, not so much.
Cool. Interesting. Jamil.
Hi, my name is Jamil. Pronouns are he, him. My character is Michiru, a male Triton. Also he, him. My sense of direction is actually really good. Maybe not like a naturally, not naturally be able to tell where I'm going, but I've got really good direction memory. So if I drive or go to a location once, I can get there anytime in the future just by memory. So
Nice.
That's always really helpful. Or vice versa. If I go somewhere, I can always reverse engineer and find my way back, figure out how I got there. My character is really good with directions. Just being a rogue, he always has to be at paying attention to everything that's around him. So he has a really good sense of direction, and always tries to keep an eye out of the nearest exit door or window.
Fair. And last but not least, Jonathan.
Hello, my name's Jonathan. My pronouns are also he, him. And I'm playing as Kopaka, a Leonin, also he, him. With directions, I loved reading maps when I was really little, atlases and everything. So I actually have a very good sense of where I am and which direction I'm facing. And as a Leonin, a cat person, Kopaka has a very good homing instinct. So may be able to get lost, but will always be able to find his way home.
Sweet. So, last week we had the party, rather, not me. The party oh god, okay. the party fought a bunch of Returned, which are the zombies of Theros. And that was the same night after they had picked up Jaina, added her to the party, or rather, she added herself to the party at the request of her chief, or rather, band leader. And then the party went to sleep, and the only other thing of event was when a boar, at least to the best of the knowledge of the rest of the party, this actually happened, if they were to believe Ched, but a boar went in and ate some of the things in Ched's bag and ran off with some things. Which
I just need to thank, who was it? Was it Alistar that comforted me?
Yes.
Thank you for actually running after me and comforting me.
Anytime.
It sounded a bit shady, or as though, you wanted people who did not do that to feel bad.
Yeah, I think, let me talk in Ched's voice. Yeah, I think, like, if someone would have been keeping watch, there wouldn't have been a massive, ginormous bear who almost murdered me, not being dramatic at all, and took all of my food.
I thought it was a boar.
It was a boar.
Your story keeps changing, Satyr.
I mean,
what is it? Just can't seem to get your story straight.
I think I was the one that had my property damaged and got no cuddles.
He is right about the cuddles.
I am right.
This is the next morning already?
We're about to be in the next morning. Real quick,
okay.
I'm going to try the other view thing. Hopefully it's not too horrible. Let's see. I didn't switch to the other. Okay. Where? Oh, did I put the thing? Sorry, I've been trying to get the second layout working, and it's not. But that's fine. I spent all day on the trailer instead. So I'm sorry, everyone, that this doesn't look super fancy. But
I think it looks fantastic.
Thank you, Chris.
Looks good to me.
Oh, somehow I pressed the share button. There we go. Why won't it let me grab this friend? Oh God. No. Okay. Kyle's struggling with Zoom features he's not used and technology. That's okay, I don't know technology stuff.
Which technology is this?
I don't know. Supposedly I got a degree in computer science.
Are you getting like a 1 on your Zoom skill?
Exactly. I'm trying to show people the map. Long and short of it, showing where we not progressed since last time. We are still. Can I find the zoomer? Nope. This fucker. Okay, good enough. We are in Laguna, or not? But we are like y'all are. The party is here. Can I shift zoom? How do I do? And they're trying to get just north of Akros. To speak completely out of character and metagame and break the illusion. It's possible y'all will have to go up or past Akros to get where you're going. Most of you have not been up in this area for very long, if at all. But some of you have spent a bit more time there. Some of you like to travel and have visited areas around here but might not be familiar, and we already know that one person is from the general area. I'm just laying that scene for you all as we go into full roleplay mode, as I exit this godforsaken view. And stop share, go to other faces. Okay. Hi, friends. That was an unsuccessful experiment.
What happened?
We saw the map.
We saw the map. Barely. Anyway.
Where we're going.
I don't remember it. I mean, we just talked about how bad we are all at directions. So
Isn't the map attached to a flower on your head?
No, I have the map. I drew it. He has the flower that is somehow guiding us, I think.
He has a flower
give
that's
out my-
attached to one of his horns.
How's that flower of your, the has that flower on your horns changed at all over the past day? Has it wilted at all?
It's gotten uglier, and it's kind of itching. And I lost my hemorrhoid cream because a giant mega boar ran off with it and nearly endangered my life.
Interesting. Your horns
Can
can
I do an
itch.
insight check for the for if it's actually gotten uglier?
With your passive perception, it looks the exact same to you.
Okay.
Is it morning?
It is now the morning. You can hear some birds chirping. Nothing out of the ordinary. The sun is rising in the east. Although east is kind of weird in this world. Say that again.
Before we pack up camp, can I go and investigate to see if there's like any tracks that I can find around Ched's bedroll?
Yes. Make a. Sorry, give me 1 second. I was doing something else for a second. Make a survival check.
Survival. $21.
Nice.
Wow.
You can. Sorry, this is my little sign, so I don't have to interrupt when people are talking. But I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to see. But that's a high for tags, and for everyone else who was saying hi in the chat when I was doing things.
It's fine.
I also have a sign for people who follow. Thanks for the follow.
Oh.
But no one followed the past few minutes. But I know that there is a certain special guest, BVP 1132, who followed earlier. So that's for you. Anyway, yes, you clearly see little teeny tiny hoof marks that you know that there are 3 hooved members of the party, and it doesn't seem to match any of you 3. And it leads back into the more wooded, crowded with plantation area behind you all. And so you could hypothetically follow it that way if you wanted to.
Can I follow it and see how far it goes?
So
like if it goes more than like 700 feet, then I don't want to go that far. But if it only goes 700 feet, I want to explore and see what the end is.
It leaves the campsite and walks a bit of the path up, like basically back towards the way you originally came from Jaina's campsite.
I see. Okay, never mind then. I'll turn around and go back to camp.
Okay, so is everyone awake at this point?
Yes, I think so. But party members, roll call.
Yeah, I'm awake. Is there like a stream or a river nearby that I can go to bathe myself before the day begins?
You can't bathe in water.
I will go to the water and.
Your people lick themselves.
From where you're standing, you don't see any running streams, and
Okay.
you don't remember passing by any between where you are now and Jaina's campsite.
Then just a lick at the campsite then, without rinsing.
Are you doing this in a way where you're trying to hide it all, or you just go ahead and doing it in public?
Going ahead and doing it out in the open. I'm a cat.
So while he's doing that, Jaina's gonna talk to the other members of the group, and she's gonna ask, so I did not hear the full story. I came in later. Is there a timeline? And did anyone speak with you? How do you know where to go? Well, I saw the map, but is there a timeline?
Party
I
members?
think Drew would be the best one to like answer this question because I just go wherever my friends tell me to go.
Friends.
So as far as we know we have days before people start dying of the poison. So we don't know exactly how long we have, but we know we don't have very long.
Okay, so if today we want to cover more ground, instead of stopping for food, I suggest we take these instead. And Jaina is going to cast Good Berry.
All right.
So she's going to produce 10 good berries, which are these tiny berries. And what they do is they are infused with my magic, and a creature can use its action to eat one berry. Eating a berry restores 1 hit point, and the berry provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day. If you don't use it within 24 hours, it loses the magic effect. So she's going to pass these out, and you guys can equip these. I did a homebrew, so you can equip it onto your characters if you want to add these to your equipment. So she's going to give, I think I'm doing the math right, 2 for herself, 2 to Michiru, 2 to Kopaka, 3 to Ched. And when she gives him the 3, she's going to say, I'm going to give you an extra 1 because I feel very bad about the bull. And then she's only going to give 1 to Alistair because he was useless yesterday, the day before in the fight. She's more impressed that Ched killed 2 creatures. He gets 3 on top of the fact that he lost his food and water, and Alistair gets 1 because he just did not do well in the fight and she's not impressed. So 1.
I would like to give a really long, awkward hug to Jane.
Nah.
Wait, what are they called?
Gina, they're called Goodberry. So when you look, you should be able to search for Goodberry, and there should be a parentheses with a number. So if you get 1, you pick 1. If you get 2, you get 2. But Ched, he's getting the one that's parentheses 3. So they all have charges. Okay. So basically, once you if you expend all of them, then you can just delete it from your equipment.
So sorry, this is in equipment?
Yeah, manage equipment.
Yeah, if you go to manage equipment, you can add you'll be Goodberry parentheses 3. And you'll be able to cast it 3 times.
Do we have to eat them as is, or can we like make them into like a marmalade?
I'm going to assume as long as you consume it, I'm going to assume you're fine.
Okay.
But in terms of Ched's hug, Jaina is going to do this thing.
And then I
where
high-five.
She's... And Gina doesn't know what a high five is, so she kind of looks at her hands like, okay.
Gina, make a strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
A strong theater.
Can I guidance myself? Oh wait, no, saving throw? Saving throw.
And Ched,
wait, what am I doing?
You also make a strength.
A strength?
Yes, strength. Just straight up strength. Ched, you make a strength check. Just general strength check.
My strength check is 14. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, my strength saving throw was 12, and then guidance 14.
All right.
Oh, we both got 14.
So you weren't expecting the high five, but it hit with a loud clap. Triumph.
I don't know what that was.
The noise somewhat
it.
spooks
Thank
Kamali, who's behind Jaina, but quickly finds its bearings, and also starts staring at Kopaka.
I would like to intimidate Kamali, just so that she knows her place. She was scared of me.
No, we're not doing that. Nope, I'm standing up and standing in between the 2 of you and saying, okay, party members, we need to get on.
Kamali's a they, by the way.
Kamali's a they, sorry.
Everyone pack up.
So, Kopaka, make an intimidation check with disadvantage because Alistair was standing in the way.
5.
Kamali does not get intimidated. Oh, sorry. I cut you off, though, Alistair. Continue.
That was all. Everyone be ready to go. We need to make our way as quickly as possible.
I'm ready.
Right. I'm ready as well.
So since Jaina's been through this area before, Kyle, and this time since all my stuff is updated, I have the Wanderer feat, which means I'm really good at, I have excellent navigation through terrain that I've been through before. So can I do a roll again to see in terms of our navigation for this first leg?
Yes. So, like, see how successfully you can navigate according to where you want to go?
Yes.
Yes. And also tell me where it is you are trying to go, or the direction you're trying to head.
Does the map have the X where your X
Let me go. Can you see that, Christina?
Yes. Is
Cool.
this what the map looks like their map?
This is the
No,
map
not that
I've been
big.
showing of shared known information.
Oh, okay.
Basically, you might actually know the names of all these places. The map that Mishiru has shows just a general path from this to, or basically pointing from this location to that location.
Okay.
Or rather, and doesn't have any particular way they're supposed to go, more just so a start and an end and a vague resemblance of like what else is on like the like it would have like the river and the mountain vaguely.
Okay, so since she's never gone past that river before, she's probably just gonna head towards, you see where the river like does the fork
Yes.
north and east? She's probably gonna try to head towards that point.
Okay.
Because depending on, I guess, what the group decides, like that seems very straight, and then the rest of it, it'll have to be up to the group because she hasn't been past that point.
All right. And so, Christina, I will tell you that if you want to share the direction of where you're going with the party, discuss that with them. If not, make the check to see if you can guide them that direction.
Okay, so she will share with the group.
So go ahead and roleplay.
Okay, go ahead, roleplay. Okay, so based on your map, I suggest we head towards the river where it forks off. But I don't know. I have never been past that point, so I don't know whether you would like to, any way you would like to go afterwards. Is it okay for us to go towards here, or would you rather go around the river, or more westward? Which way would you like me to go?
What's the fastest way to get there? We've taken out most of the stuff in our way. I think we can get there quickly, so we can save our friends back in Melitus.
I'm also familiar with the mountains of Akros. So once you get us north of the river, I should be able to guide us the rest of the way.
I mean, I was originally planning to take the river. That was my original suggestion, so I'm fine with it.
Sounded like a voice of agreement with you as well.
Yep, lead the way, Jana.
Okay, so straight through. So just straight to the fork then, Kyle.
Okay. Do you need to make any sort of check with the navigation thing? I don't think.
Yeah.
Basically, you're going to be successful.
It's just
but...
I'm really good at it.
Yeah,
so
no,
I don't know if you want to interpret that as advantage or I don't know.
You're going. Oh wow! Looks like she got it. Okay. So how is the party proceeding forward from you? Like, how are you marching, etc.? How are you proceeding?
If Jana's taking the lead, I'll be in the back.
I'll be in the middle.
I guess I'll be in the middle as well.
I'd like to hang back with Mishiru. We've been getting along pretty well.
Yeah.
So, Jaina and Kamali in the front. Alistair and Ched in the mid. Who's west and who's east / right and left? Whatever you want to say.
I'll be on the right side.
Oh, sorry. Can you say that again?
I will be on the right side.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be on the left side. I want to feel as close to the ocean, to the river breeze as I can.
Okay. What about Ched and Alistair?
I'll be on the right.
Cool.
I'll be on the left.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm just making a note here. Perfect. Okay.
This is an awesome breeze, y'all.
Well, while we're walking, I'd like to get to know Mishiru a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Mishiru, you have a lot of wigs. When did you collect them all?
Here and there. Sometimes some of them are quite expensive. Some of them I paid for. It really depends on what it just kind of depends on the situation and what I needed, and then I just made it happen. So that's kind of how I came across each one.
Do you always do drag as a Triton character?
What?
You always do drag as a Triton character?
Do drag of the Triton character?
Yeah, like is your drag persona always a Triton as well, or do you drag up as other species or other races?
I try to blend into my surroundings as much as possible. In my line of work, it actually serves me well to try to emulate as many other races as I can.
Have you ever been a Leonin?
Can't say that I have. Haven't experienced many Leonin, so I find you slightly fascinating.
Jonathan, could you get closer to your mic a little bit?
Yes.
And then, so the party is proceeding. They're walking, right now they're walking up a hill. And as they reach the crest of the hill, it's about 9 a.m. The sun is shining pretty nicely. And they can see grassland ahead. And way in the distance, what seems to be at least one of the streams. They don't know. It looks like the party is veered slightly northwest, and so the closer stream is the one that was like running up this side, about to hit the fork. So like the party's like here-ish, or going. This is the part they can see. Okay, I'm trying to do this mirrored in mind, and it's hard. I should just go to the other thing. Let me try this again. Haha, this is technology. So Jaina and Kopaka, like the people who have a pretty good sense of direction would venture that they're about over here, and they can see the Data River to their east, but it's still a bit far. And they sound nothing of note directly around you at the moment.
I say we make for the river. Immediately.
Before we do that, Jaina, are there anything we should be aware of if we're going to get closer to the river in this area? Anything dangerous?
Kyle, is there anything that we should be aware of as we get closer to the river in this area?
Maybe we should make a perception check to see like what's going on.
That's a great idea, Chad. Make a perception check. And Jaina, make a nature check.
Oh, nature check. Guidance.
Technically, Chad wouldn't know that he was supposed to make a perception check.
Oh, sorry.
20. Dirty 20.
Okay. And then Chad also?
5.
Chad looks around to see if there's anything and gets distracted by a butterfly.
I start clapping for the butterfly.
Jaina is aware that there are some creatures and animals that would roam this area, like butterflies, and also knows that as they get closer to the river, they may encounter some animals that reside alongside of a creek, like crabs or turtles maybe, or frogs, or other reptiles. But this area looks relatively tame from what you know, but you do know to keep your eye out for lizards of notable size.
Okay, I relay that to the group.
Right? To the river then.
What kind of lizards? What should we be watching out for?
Yeah, not too
To
far.
collect them, to hunt them,
Are these small lizards? Are these big lizards?
to fear them, to fight them?
Jaina would know that these lizards are about the size of a coyote, and mostly try to hunt rodents and other animals. So they're tiny predators.
Okay.
So they make for good meat.
We have our berries.
But probably best not to instigate if we're trying to be quick today.
Agreed. Avoid
Right.
them if we can.
Can anyone kind of check, like, what do you mean of notable size? Like, what would be, like, another size that would be?
Like the size of a coyote.
Okay,
Does that help?
maybe. I don't know, coyote size.
That will protect you.
You know what's the size of a dog.
Oh, is a coyote the size of? I don't know what the size of a coyote is.
Yes. So it's a relatively big lizard, but we should move on.
As you walk towards the river, the wild grass comes up to mid-shin for, well, actually, because you're all different heights. The wild grass that you're walking through is about 1 foot high right now. So just so you know, you're gonna have to trek through it as you get closer to the river, and because of that, your vision of like how close you are to the river is not as clear for everyone, especially for those of you who are short.
Is Jaina okay? She's 6'3".
Jaina is fine. She's also got 4 legs.
Cool.
Oh, I didn't realize I was that much bigger than you.
Oh, how tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
Ooh.
Kyle, can you put Kopaka's height next to his name in my bio?
What? Do not do that.
On like the on-screen bio or like your character builder.
Kopaka 6'7".
6'7", furry looking.
Kopaka furry.
Yeah.
It's the first thing he says to anybody who meets him.
He's like, hi, I'm 6'3", before he even says his name.
Yeah.
Or 6'7".
6'7", sorry, whatever. Ugh. By the way, my character is taller.
Because of your horns?
Yes. But also, he's 7 feet tall.
So he's more like 6'3" with a bunch of horns that go like this tall.
As the party admires how tall each other are as they make their way through the grass, they hear a rustling coming from what would be the right of the party.
Oh God.
I'm gonna ready my weapons.
Yeah, I'd like to ready my axes.
I grab my Pokeball. No, just kidding.
Jaina just stays
Ready.
calm and stands still.
Okay.
You're muted.
I'm gonna start my song.
Is it one of those lizards?
Wait, hold on.
Make a perception check, and also, yeah, you do that, and then I'll get to Ched's song.
I rolled a 1.
You don't even realize that something's rustling around. You like have a intuition because you're like, you know, I'm a leaning. I feel like I think something's going on over there, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just on edge because of the wolf.
I just saw Michiru grab something and I grabbed one.
Sorry, say that again?
I just saw Michiru grab his weapon, so I grabbed one.
Gotcha.
Well.
Fair. Ched, what were you doing song-wise?
I was pulling out my lute, and I was gonna sing a great song to inspire my buds.
Okay, can I? So I immediately, as he starts, I throw my blade at his feet and just be like, shh. Now's not the time for a song.
All right, I need you to make a... Well, I guess if you're throwing the thing,
I'm not aiming at him.
I know you're not aiming at him, but but your aim has to be precise. So, roll your like hit / DC for what you would do for throwing a dagger.
Oh God, I'm sorry, Chris.
By the way, I'm giving people inspiration. I'm so sorry.
Also,
Maybe you'll just damage the loot.
Michiru, we shouldn't be interrupting the bard. His songs actually enhance our combat prowess.
But we don't know if we're fighting yet. We don't know what's out there. We don't know if they're gonna attack us. There's no need.
That's why I'm just getting my loot ready in case someone needs
any update? Oh, sorry. On the value.
19.
All right, you are able to precisely hit it right in front of Ched's feet to spook or alert Ched that you're trying to get Ched's attention. Ched looks towards Michiru, who had thrown the dagger.
What the hell, man? I was just trying to make you inspired.
But we don't know if there's a battle coming. There might not be.
Let me just put it in my
hands. Just gonna sneak around this.
At this point, everyone can hear the rustling has gotten louder as your talking has gotten louder. And it sounds like it might be coming towards you.
Yeah, we weren't
I get my loot ready, even though it's slapped out of my hands, and give Michiru an evil glare because it seems like we're not bros no more.
DM, can I do a survival check to see if I recognize what the rustling is?
Yeah.
I would like to do so too.
Yeah.
Can I do the same even though my...
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? I'd like to do the same too. It's a survival check.
I got a 22.
22. Chad, I'm gonna say you can't because you're yelling and talking like during this time.
This is survival.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 16, Kyle.
23.
All right. Whatever it is of medium size, maybe about the size of a coyote, and it's coming at you increasingly quickly, and it's almost upon the party.
Would you say it's of notable size?
I'm gonna position myself in between the rustling bushes and the party, so that when it comes out, it hits me.
Maybe it's a rat of unusual size.
Could be a rat of unusual size.
Or US.
Exactly. Okay. One sec. So, out of character, just really quick. Yes. So, Chris is playing Ched, the Satyr Bard. Jonathan is playing Kopaka, the Leonin Ranger. Cannon is playing Alistar, the Minotaur Paladin. Jamil is playing Mishiru, the Triton, aka Merfolk Rogue. And Christina is playing Jaina, who is a Centaur Druid. And also, she has an animal companion, Kamali, who's a wolf. Okay, sorry. Back into in-game, just because I know there's some people just coming in that...
No, great job, Kyle.
And thank you, Jamil, for responding in chat, too.
Oh, Spencer, whose microphone is baby volume?
Is it mine, or is it someone else's?
Oh, is it mine? I've switched my thing up.
Switch yours up. Kyle, switch yours up an eensy bit.
Oh god, where did I put my screen thing? Okay, yep, it's up a little bit. Also, I was whispering a bit because I was trying to stay calm, because out of the brush from the right, aka the east or northeast, because you're somewhat facing the river, emerges a green lizard, and it is
of notable size.
It is about half a foot off the ground, and it's just kind of looking around, and it looks over at Ched and charges at Ched.
Can I attack it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say the magic words to activate the Flame Tongue Greatsword.
Is that necessary?
Yeah, we don't know how strong it is, and then I'm going to swing at it.
Just a little. Wait. I didn't hear you say the words to activate the sword.
I said gay rights.
It's a weak little flame.
It's a big flame. You need to chill. Okay, so my hit DC, I rolled a 10. Do I hit it?
No. You swing at the lizard as it runs up towards Ched, swing your flaming sword down, and it hits the ground and lights part of the prairie on fire. So there's now a small fire where you all are. I guess I should go to a map now, because this is relevant. And
imagine we all just die today and then the campaign ends.
Should we
to a lizard?
So
to a lizard.
Flaming grass. Should we assume that combat has started?
We are now in combat land.
Combat order. Okay.
Okay. So let me draw. So I'm gonna. Ooh, why is this one gray now? I thought it would stay blue.
I can imagine that being a river bank. There we go.
This is the river that you were walking to. Doo-doo-doo. And then you're in a grassland. I heard a notification. It was B-Rye raiding with a party of 10. Welcome, raiders. We are just getting into fun things.
I thought that was Alistar's sword lighting up.
I just say the Brian emojis are my favorite emojis.
Aren't they great?
Yes. Oh my god, look at those penguins.
While he does that, so for everybody that just raided, we are about to start a combat with a quote-unquote lizard of notable size. Alistar ignited his fire sword and struck, missed, and hit the very flammable grass.
Yeah.
Which is now caught on fire. So we are waiting to initiate combat, so just to give everybody a nice little catch up so you know where we are.
I'm down by Michiru, I believe.
Yep, I was just suggesting.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to do the move the box size so it's easier to move you. So that's why people were not quite where they were. And then, of course, now let me see if I can. Let's do this.
Michiru and I have been sitting in the back of the party on the way walking. We've been gossiping about wigs. And
Yes. You have a gorgeous mane of hair. Can I turn it into a wig?
maybe after this is over.
Why is the stamp only
Let's
doing
get
yellow
the
stars?
first.
Are the hearts gonna be like red? They are. Ugh.
The lizard can be a heart.
Okay, that's too big. That's too much notable size.
That's notably sizable.
It is. Now let's.
We've all been in that
Oh, it's a
situation.
green lizard.
Yes, it is actually.
Oh, it's tiny.
Well, you know.
The funny.
It's not 6'7" like me.
I can't.
Y'all are acting like
Sure.
I don't know. I love this.
Like
I'm so
gays?
short.
Acting like
No.
gays.
All right. So it's
Look at his little tongue.
Are
It's-
those tongues or lips? I love it either way.
And we're sure this lizard's coming to attack.
who are you
Can
asking?
we kiss the lizard?
I would like to make a.
It's not actually. I'm going to have you pause real quick because I'm going to have. We are in combat now, and I'm going to have you wait for your turn to do that, if that's okay.
Yeah, wait your turn.
Could be a friendly.
And
lizard.
charge in with
I'm
your
just
flaming
saying.
sword.
What
so-
is that?
Oh,
That's
this
the
is the
fire.
fire that Alistair started. All right. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat for a second. Hello, everyone coming from B Rise Place. Thank you, everyone who is greeting them. This is my first time using the whiteboard thing for our D&D session. I'm hoping it goes all right. The names are going to be out of whack, but that's okay. And
So the lizard's already in the middle of the party.
the lizard has run past Alistair towards Ched. And
I
so
think
basically,
this-
since Jaina, you were ready-ish, so I'm gonna like basically give you the next chance, like to do some sort of quick action.
Okay, so because the lizard hasn't done anything negative yet,
It is
I'm
currently
going-
it is currently like in motion, by the way.
okay, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals, and I'm going to yell at the lizard, if you want to live, stop, because this idiot is going to keep waving his flame sword around and he's going to try to kill you, and I really don't want to, so if you would please just turn around and go away, that would be amazing. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so you've yelled that this lizard is still in motion towards Ched. Your actions are going to be kind of overlapping because let's say this next part's happening a little bit in slow motion. I would say that Ched and Michiru were in conversation as the lizard emerged, and Kopaka, I will give you the next chance for reaction before we get into actual turn stuff.
Okay. Would I be able to do an insight check on the lizard to see if it is truly attacking out of true malice?
Yes.
All right. I rolled a 19.
The lizard does not appear to be aiming to consume Ched. You think that the lizard's coming towards Ched because it's definitely going at Ched, but you don't know why, because it doesn't look like it's just being territorial, and because you notice it ran past Alistair.
Okay. It might not like the loot.
Okay, at this point, the lizard is going to have its turn. It runs up and onto Ched's. It grabs onto Ched's leg and tries to climb up Ched's thick satyr legs. Chad, I'm going to give you a chance to actually.
So the lizard completely ignored what I yelled at it?
It's. I will get to it.
Okay.
Ched, you make a strength saving throw if you're trying to shake it off of your leg as it climbs up.
19.
All right. You shake the lizard off, and it lands on its back in front of Jaina and says, "Sorry, I was just trying to see the flower."
Aww.
Only Jaina understands this, though. Now I'm going to actually give initiative back up to the top of actual initiative order after those like initiative reactions, I would say. So sorry for skipping you, Mishiru, but you will get your turn. Alistar, you just lit part of the prairie on fire and have seen the lizard land in front of Jaina. What do you do?
I hate this. I have to attack it. Because I still don't know that its intentions are good, so I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
No!
Canon, I'm going to award you 1 inspiration for your general use of playing in character. Just FYI.
Thanks.
And make an attack roll. Yeah, an attack DC.
I'll do the hit roll first. Hit roll, I
So that's what I
got
meant, yeah.
12. Fuck, of course, this is the time I actually hit something.
I'm going to say, actually, you have advantage. So roll again.
Oh.
In case it's higher.
15.
All right.
Okay.
You
now...
slam your flaming... Or roll for damage.
Yeah. For damage, I rolled 5.
Okay. You bring your flaming sword down upon the lizard, and you slice it in two. When you do that, you're spreading the fire. And a fire is now in between, like Jaina and Kamali. I should make it a Kamali thing. Is it Omali? Is this right, Jaina? Or Christina?
Kamali.
Kamali. Thank you. I want to make it smaller. Can I make its text smaller?
Canon.
So right now the fire is between these two things, and because it's like right there, I'm going to say this is also cut off by fire.
I was going to get a pet.
Oh my gosh.
Jaina, you're the first. It is now Jaina's turn. Jaina, do you have any responses?
Is there anything I can do to save it?
You saw it get sliced in two, and where it was is now on fire.
Can I like put the two halves together and give it a good berry?
It is. It is. You would have to reach into the fire. You can attempt that.
I'm doing that. I'm totally doing it.
All right. Make a. Oh God. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to make these in. Well, actually, we'll see how well this goes. Make a roll for. Make a Constitution roll.
Is this a check or a saving throw?
This is a check, a general Constitution check as you reach your hands into the fire.
Am I able to do guidance? It's it's like at will, right?
Let me check guidance. I don't recall.
Or is it it says oh no, it says one action. So I don't think I can.
No.
Okay. So I'm just making I'm making what check again?
Constitution check.
Okay. 6.
You reach your hands into the flames, and immediately you can feel your arms start to get burned a bit, and you recoil. And you take 1 point of. You actually take 2 points of damage.
Well, if I were to feel the damage though, I would push through it though. Like I would feel the pain.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Going.
Fair. You're going to be taking 2 damage from reaching in there.
Yes.
Please make a. Okay, so your hands are in the flames, and you are able to see the quickly charring 2 halves of a corpse of the lizard.
No.
What do you do?
I'm still pulling it out.
So you're pulling the two halves out. Is that correct?
I'm pulling whatever I can out.
All right.
Like really fast.
All
as
right.
fast as
Now
I
I need
can.
you to make. Actually, you know what? Fine. Okay, you do that. The lizard in your left hand is still smoldering.
Can I? I mean, I don't know. Can I good berry it? Can I give it like all my good berries?
Are we still in initiative?
Like I'm trying to get rid of the fire and giving it all
So
the
okay,
good berries.
Jana, right now there's one in your right hand, one in your left hand that is still kind of on fire.
Okay, I'm putting them together. I'm saying heal it, heal it, heal it, heal it, heal it.
Okay.
I'm trying to put the trying to do with the good berries, everything.
Was a good berry already in your hand when you reached into the fire?
Well, that's what I was trying to do. I wanted to give it one of those.
You do that, and you feel a liquid. The fire goes out. You feel a liquid run down, and it's the juice of the good berry. You open your hands, and the thing is still in two halves, and there's just a squished good berry.
So it didn't.
It did not work, and it is now Ched's turn.
Chris, you're muted.
I know, I'm trying to think of what to do. So I'm currently seeing, sorry, I'm talking out of character right now.
You can kind of see what Jaina just did, because you can, and these people can kind of see through the fire, but it's starting to get to the point where it might be harder to see over this fire.
Okay, so I'm gonna run away from the fire.
All right, which direction?
I'm gonna run because I want to save Jaina in case she gets consumed by it because she gave me all of her berries. So I'm gonna what is that? West is to the left. Yeah, so I'm gonna run left. Wait, or is that east? Right?
West.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do
west.
this, and I was like,
Northwest.
Or is it west?
I'm gonna run northwest, like the baby.
oh my god.
Isn't that a baby? Isn't that Kanye West baby northwest?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Sure. Are you using basically your whole turn, just both actions for movement or sprint in a straight direction?
Exactly.
All right. If you're using the sprint action, you're moving in a straight line, I will say you can move 5 times your movement speed as your full turn.
Okay.
If you're sprinting towards the river, what is your movement speed? I think you get there.
35 feet.
Oh yeah. Ched reaches the riverbank, or at least the part where it starts to get a little bit sandy, like right next to the riverbank. Ched, are you looking at the river? Or you turn around to look at the people.
I'm looking at people. Actually, let me think.
You won't be able to take any actions at this point. You're just looking.
Character. I'm running towards the river.
Mm-hmm.
Realize I don't have a canister to hold any water to try to put out the fire, and then start looking out towards the people and Jaina to see if she's okay, because she's my bro.
All right. You can't really see what's going on over there that well from where you are. Mishiru, it's your turn. By the way, Chris, there's a comment for you in chat.
Thank you.
So Mishiru, this has all been happening very fast, and the fire started. You're over here. What you feeling?
Oh, there's no combat anymore, right?
There's no combat, but we're going in initiative turn order, dealing with what is happening.
Okay.
Fire.
So I kind of like take everything in, look at what's going on, and I just kind of go, well, I guess we need to take care of this fire. We really don't have time for these distractions. You all have friends back home that are dying, so I think we should probably keep going. I suggest we try to put out the fire just so that we don't burn this entire prairie to the ground.
All right. For that dialogue,
can I use my water skin and just so as my action, can I use my water skin and empty it out on the fire?
Yeah. You can move up to this fire and empty out your water skin. I would say you clear this much fire.
Okay.
And I will give Alistair and Kopaka a chance to respond to your suggestion of, or basically what you said, the dialogue.
I think that's a good idea. Let's dump. I'd like to dump out my water skin as well.
Alistair, would you like to have a quick chat response?
Yeah, I agree. Let's put out the fire.
Okay. Kopaka, it is your turn. You move to this fire, I presume, and pour some
Yes.
water skin on it. Okay.
Yeah. And
So-
say to Alice, maybe next time let's not activate the flame if it's not needed.
So, basically, as some of this stuff is happening, the fire started to spread a little bit this way. But you do, Kopaka, during your turn. Oh, I just got rid of you. Are you able to put out that fire?
Okay.
Let me make a roll real quick. Okay. And Alistair, your turn.
I'll walk to the fire closest to me and I'll pour water on it from my water skin.
Okay. So you three have
Kamali just
empty
needs
water
to
skin
pee on the
currently.
other one.
Pardon?
Said Kamali just needs to pee on the last one. We'll be good to go.
The fire, before we get to Jaina's turn, the fire has started to spread a little bit this way. Oops, that's the wrong button. Okay. Jaina, it is your turn. You just found a lizard in your hands that you unsuccessfully put together. Oh, make sure you took the 2 damage from putting your hands in the fire. What's your reaction to what's going on here?
Okay. I'm trying to figure out the physics of this.
Uh-huh.
If a gust of force were to rapidly happen, would that cause
A fire to spread.
well, would it cause the fire because like
Make a nature
basically-
check. Well, and also, wait, what kind of
could it cause
what kind
or
of
would-
force
or-
do you have in mind before I
The-
give you the result of your nature check?
thunder wave? I'm trying to see whether or not if I do thunder wave, because with such a force, does it get rid of the oxygen to cause the fire to go out, or would it cause the fire to spread?
I'm gonna say make a nature check. See if you can figure it out.
Okay.
We're a bunch of
And
eco
I can't do guidance, right? This is just straight roll.
Just straight roll. Yeah, I mean you can use your bonus, but yeah,
What do you mean?
apply your regular bonus, but not guidance.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. My brain broke because of the lizard.
It's okay.
5 plus 7 is what?
12.
12.
You think that might work, but you're not confident.
Jaina is really mad. So if there's even a tiny bit of confidence, she's doing it because she's so furious right now.
Okay, so you're casting Thunder Wave, and that's in a cube around yourself, which would include would involve Kamali,
Well,
Alistair, Kopaka, Mishiru, and the fire.
Well, I would move. I want to make sure that also that
Okay,
I
gotcha.
am as close to the fire in a way where, like, it would, like, if it works, suffocate all of the fire, no more spreading.
Okay, so you would move somewhere like this over here, right?
Yeah, whatever is closest to make sure that, like, not a single bit of the fire would.
Yes, this would be hypothetically hit all the fire. It would also hit Alistair. Kamali, since you got that bond, like, would not be affected because it's got dodge ready. Well, she might have to make a saving throw. So, but does that sound right to you?
Oh, to me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, because it's every single creature. Yeah, she's so mad right now. She just doesn't care about anybody who's near her.
Okay.
So if it's a 15-foot cube from myself, that means any creature around me that's within that 15 foot takes 2d8 thunder damage through 2d8
On a failed save.
thunder damage, and they're pushed
and take half
10
as
feet
much
from you if they fail.
Okay.
If they succeed.
So, Alistair, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Just Alistair?
Just Alistair. And I'll do Kamali.
I got an 11.
I roll.
All right, you failed. And Kamali survives, or passes. And the fire. All right, so from Jaina, a thunder wave erupts. It bursts and it hits Alistair, knocking Alistair back and taking the amount of damage that Christina will tell me once she rolls.
It's 11.
All right, so Alistair takes 11 damage and is knocked back. Kamali takes... Was it rounded up, rounded down? I don't remember how rounding works.
You know that arc where the Avengers are fighting themselves rather than that is this story arc right now.
Kamali's going to take 5 damage, and the fire is extinguished. What happened? So wait, how are you feeling after... Alistair, or only Cannon, how much health do you have before taking 11, and what are you at now?
I had 16, so I'm at 5.
All right. So that one hit took you out more than half, and I'm going to say you are knocked to the ground unconscious, but you are still at 5 HP.
Okay.
And you're pushed back. But the fire is out. Kamali yelps, and Michiru and Kopaka just barely are out of the way of the Thunderwave force. So we're no longer in initiative turn order, but what's up, people?
I think the only thing that I can do is just shout, "What the fuck is wrong with you all? What did you do?"
Listen.
So Chad, you're really far away, but you heard this thunder thing go off, Thunderwave go off, and you saw the fire disappear. Are you going to come back towards the group?
Yeah, I'm running towards my friend Alistair, who's the only person last night who saved me after I was attacked by a giant boar, to feed him one of my what are they called?
Good berries.
Good berries that my other friend Jane sent me.
Actually, I would. Jaina.
I love how he's like, Jane, like that's my favorite thing. Sorry, go on.
Jane.
Can that just be can that just stay like a thing with Ched? Ched is just constantly calling her Jane. It's like he likes her, he just cannot get the name right. Can that just be a thing?
I mean, that's what I do in general as Chris. So
yes, please keep doing that.
Actually, I'd also like to keep my axes drawn and stare at Jaina. She just attacked Alistair, who's the one leading our party.
Well, technically, she was facing the fire.
Jaina, you'll have to come make that defense when Kopaka approaches you about it. First, I'm going to have Ched. So you bring your good berries up to Alistair, and you notice immediately that Alistair is unconscious. Do you still try to feed Alistair the good berries?
Give me 1 second. I'm checking out the spell Cure Wounds.
He's also our only healer. Well, yeah. Because our other healer is not.
I'm gonna use Cure Wounds.
Okay. Do you need to sing when you do that, or no? I don't remember.
No. So I rolled an 11.
Okay. What does that translate to for? I don't have it in front of me. Let me see.
Sorry.
So heal wounds. You do.
He regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus my ability modifier, so he gains 11 healing.
Oh wow! Wait, you rolled a 8? Is that right?
Yes,
Nice.
I rolled like a full 8.
Nice.
Plus, I have a modifier of 3.
Right.
So he.
No, I just checking.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. So you do that, and Alistair just kind of opens his eyes and is like, is still on the ground, but is like, but turns and is able to see what that Ched has just done this. I'm gonna put a pin in your thing. Go back to Kopaka, who's just drawn axes and faced Jaina and yelled at her.
Yeah, what on Theros are you doing?
Jaina is
Yes.
going. Yeah. So Jaina is going to. Wait, she's still holding the two halves of the lizard.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Okay, so.
I'm just going to denote the area around that has been
So,
flattened and the
she's-
area that's been burned.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make a note really fast. So her, just so everyone, let me just make sure I have this right. Okay, so charisma for her is just a straight 11 plus 0. So this is how she responds. She holds up the two halves of the lizard and is just like she's just like silent. She's just so angry. She's just silently going,
Kopaka,
like showing
roll-
the two halves of the lizard.
Kopaka, roll insight to see if you understand what she's doing.
17.
You see that she's holding up the lizard and that she's trying to communicate by showing you the lizard halves.
So you're mad about the lizard?
She just starts crying because she's so sad about the lizard.
When Jaina starts
and
crying,
then she just screams. She screams out, "He just wanted to see the flower. It was only the flower."
Kamali comes up to Jaina's side and starts licking her.
The lizard or her?
Start licking Jaina, who's crying.
Oh.
Mishiru, what are you up to in this time?
So
You would have, but you probably would have noticed Alistair just jerking back to consciousness if you're looking over there, or you could be distracted by what's happening between Kopaka and Jaina.
Well, I'm kind of in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
So I kind of like turn around and I check, like I look at Alistair. It's like, Chad, is he okay? Chad, yo, Chad.
I'm sorry, I was drinking. I was
I know.
reading the chat, and it was taking me a second. Wait, why are you asking me if I'm okay when Alistair just
No,
passed
is
out?
he okay?
Yeah, he
He's
seems
healed up.
pretty much like recovered. Like almost all of his health is recovered. He's just needing a second to just really get back into existence.
So, Alistair, you are conscious and finding your bearing. You're still on the ground, and you hear Chad answering this. It is now to you to respond if you would like, or you can just
Chad,
stay figuring
Did
yourself
you
out.
save me?
Yeah, I used. I have a spell called Cure Wounds, and for whatever reason, I used all of my energy thanks to the love that you gave me last night. That sounded weird, but you know, to heal you, my bro.
Chad, that's the kindest thing you've ever done for me. Thank you.
You're welcome, bro. Are we bros?
I think we
do.
are now, Chad.
And
Can
then in the
I
background,
try to hug Alistair.
I can't. What is it?
I would like to make a roll to hug Alistair, whether he likes it.
Well,
You can-
Alistair, do you want to allow his hug in?
Yes, I allow his hug. He
Okay.
just saved me. He can hug me.
Aw.
I'm gonna sit back up and say, Kopaka, stand down. She didn't mean it. She's just upset. Let her mourn in her way.
Jane is still
I could do
crying.
that. My tail is puffy, and
Mm-hmm.
my back is a little arched.
So just normally you then.
on that note, with Kopaka's arching his back, I'm gonna have us go to our recess. We're gonna take our brief 10-minute intermission. So we'll be back in a few minutes, everyone.
We'll be back to Jaina crying.
We'll be back to Jaina crying.
can you guys?
Testing, audio.
No, it's hard to see.
Where's
My little rainbow
okay.
dice.
Hey there, people. Welcome back. Can you all confirm? Miles confirms. Hey, Miles. Good evening. Good evening. Miles,
just
did you?
talking to Miles. Hey, Miles.
Miles, did you get to see the trailer I made? You're in the trailer. I'll share
Either
it
way,
with
we're
you.
gonna post the trailer on the Lags Instagram probably soon.
Cool. I tweeted it. I tweeted that. So Twitter is a certain length. Like basically, the version I posted is longer. The version with the cast is longer than Twitter can support in a single tweet for a video. So I made a separate Twitter cut.
I have a.
I can send you the raw
The
file.
Twitter cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Twitter cut.
It's like the Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it'll actually be-
Release the Twitter
y'all
cut.
y'all got to see the full cut. The director's cut is the version I played here, where it has the like featuring.
Release the Kyle.
But yeah,
cut.
that version has to go online. Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Cannon. So Miles, since he was so helpful last time, I asked, could you send him a photo of your whiskey cabinet?
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a dirty photo request. I was really
Yes.
into that.
Cannon, will you sell your body out for subs?
Yeah, obviously.
I'll tell him to send you a message so he can see your amazing whiskey cabinet because it's the best. We were just having a conversation about whiskey because his favorite is Crowns and mine is Maker's Mark.
Well, speaking of selling our body for subs, can somebody, now that we're back a little bit, just do a quick shill spiel for what we're doing here with the channel?
I can do that. Wait, with the channel.
Or whatever. You got this, Jonathan.
All right, perfect. Welcome back. This is for this. We're doing this D&D stream for LA Gamers, which is the largest gaming LGBT gaming nonprofit in Los Angeles. We are doing the My Big Fat Theron Wedding quest line in our D&D campaign. It's set in the plane of Theros, and right before this break, we fought a grass field, essentially. Alistair lit it on fire, attacking a little lizard of notable size, like this one right here.
Oh, that is about the right size too.
Bigger than that.
A little bit. It's a little bit bigger than that, but now it's about the right size.
Half of it.
Picture this, but charred.
Yeah.
And in two halves.
And in two halves, yes. But it's kind of destroyed.
Exactly.
And
I'm sorry. Go, finish.
yeah, that's where we are. We're now yelling at Jaina, who decided to knock down Alistair with a.
We are yelling.
Yelling at Jaina.
Yeah, to touch back on what you said before, though, we were really excited last week. Miles, who's in the chat right now, we kind of celebrated because Miles gifted a bunch of subscriptions to the channel. And as Jonathan mentioned, since this is on the LA Gamers channel, any money from subscriptions and stuff like that goes towards LA Gaming Society, which in turn is used for both for promoting inclusivity and positivity and diversity in gaming in a community space, but as well as conversations at the company levels and also fundraising for LGBT homeless youth here in Los Angeles is one of the more recent fundraisers they did. So doing a variety of work there. So if anyone here is interested in subscribing, it's just basically saying it's not just for us because the six of us here are not getting the money. It is going to the organization, if that makes sense. But yeah, thank you. All right, when we left off, Kopaka, aka Jonathan, was getting angry kitty at Jaina, and Alistair just regained consciousness after having Ched place his hands on him and cure him. And now they just had a nice little embrace, and the party is kind of getting back to figuring out what they're even doing. Oh, actually, before we get back, I mentioned, or I told them that I would show them a map. Do I have a map? I have my map. Map. So,
It's the map. It's the map.
oh, you all
the
can't
map.
see the map.
It's the map.
Only the chat can see the map right now. Try this again. Hopefully that didn't go to my whiteboard. Oh god. You should be able to see the map now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, we can do that now.
Did you say no, Ken?
No, I said yep.
Okay. I wasn't
So
sure.
we're trying to get to Akros, right?
So basically, you all have come up. Do you see where my mouse is? I can
Yes.
zoom in more. Let me zoom in more. More zoom in. You all have mostly just advanced this way, you're over here. So you've made your way north, and you're now pretty close to the Data River.
Basically, we all almost died because just to catch everyone up, because a lizard wanted to see a flower on my horn, and we thought we were being attacked.
Yeah,
Jaina didn't.
Yeah, Jaina was the only one who
Didn't.
spoke to the lizard, because the other ones, only spoke to her because she's a druid who speak with animals, and so she knows why it did what it did, but no one else does, and they killed it.
But she's also just sitting there crying right now after I'm yelling at her, asking what's up.
Maybe
Also
you should
holding-
yell at
also
her, bro.
Also, I'm still holding charred, cut in half lizard that, remember he said that the berry juice just dribbled down its face because it didn't actually eat it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stand back up since I am operating at full bore again, and say we should make our way further north. We should continue on our path.
Okay.
Are we done lighting things on fire?
For the time being.
If I may interject, before we proceed, there's a river right there. We all just emptied our water skins, so suggest we refill them.
Excellent, calm mermaid person. Let's refill our water skins.
Agreed.
So you approach the riverbank, and
So Jaina, whatever they're doing, she's ignoring. She's gonna do whatever would be the best right to please Nylea in order to ask for her for her wrath not to come down upon Alistair for killing an innocent lizard that just wanted to see a flower. So she's gonna do a burial, finish the burning, cremation, like whatever would best please her, to be like, please, I need these.
With your
need this idiot.
With your religious knowledge of Nylea, you think that what she would find appropriate would be to bury the lizard in the dirt near where you are. Are you trying to commune with her? Like, are you like praying to her?
Yes, I'm basically praying to her, being like, okay, I need these people. I realize the horned one is an idiot. Please forgive him. Let me continue with them. Look, like I'm doing. He's returning to the ground. He was an innocent creature. I have mourned for him. Please let me continue with them. And thank you.
You receive no word back from Nylea, but basically nothing happens. You bury the lizard, and you receive no notification just yet. Do you turn to go to the river, or now what?
And she'll also go, oh, and by the way, you see, I put out the fire. I also put out the fire. Please be happy that I put out the fire. Thank you.
So you bury the lizard in the dirt with your hands, I presume, or do you have, or with your hooves, I guess? Like, I don't.
Well, I have my forging stuff. So technically, I have a not a trowel, but yeah, the weeding shovel that I can dig and put him in.
Okay. After you do that and bury the lizard, you notice a little stem emerges from that ground.
I'm so happy.
All right. So
she wipes away her tears, like just like embarrassed now, realizing what she must have looked like, and starts walking in the back.
The others are already refilling their water or moving up to the riverside, and they see that the river is probably 30 feet across, maybe a little bit more, and looks like it's about 10 feet deep in the deepest part. And you can see tiny little fishies swimming, maybe minnows, something like that, in the water. And you hear, with your passive perception, what sounds like the croaking of some frogs. And so do you go to just dip your canteens in there to fill up the water?
Yep.
I don't have a canteen, so I just put my mouth directly into the stream and also start washing myself.
Okay.
I refilled my water skin upriver from him.
Yeah, I also walked upriver to refill my water skin.
So so you walk upriver of Ched. Ched, can you make a general dexterity? Actually, just make a acrobatics check. I want to check your balance while you do that.
Oh god, he's gonna drown, isn't he?
Thank you very much. I actually have a +3 in acrobatics, but I don't know that because whatever. But I got an 18.
Okay. You successfully drink and bathe from the water. As you put your mouth in the water, you notice some little fishies have gotten into your mouth with your drinking water. And you don't seem too displeased with the extra little food.
Extra protein, bruh.
So in the meantime, I yell out to Kopaka that so my experience living in the water, your people are not too fond of water. Would you like me to refill your water for you, your water skin for you, or do you want to come do it yourself?
I don't mind doing it myself. I'll stand near the edge, and teeter on and put in, but I don't need anyone's help.
Okay. At this point, Jaina approaches the water. And Jaina, do you also refill your canteen?
I didn't.
Oh,
use
you didn't.
mine.
You
I
never
used
emptied yours.
Thunderwave.
Okay, fair. All right. So you are on the edge of the riverbank, and you can see that it's maybe like 35 feet across, and from what you can tell, it looks like about 10 feet deep at the middle. And Ched is about thigh high in the water, just at the bank, doing bathing.
Is there any do we see any boats, villages?
Make a perception check.
How's my perception? Oh, there it is. 14.
All right. You look up and down, and you don't really see anything either direction in the flow of the river, like nothing on the river. You're not that close to any settlements. On the other side of the river just looks like more of the same type of plains that you just traversed.
Okay. All right, then I will just take a quick dip to remind me of home, and then walk out. Just.
Okay. Do you disrobe before doing so?
No, I don't mind the feel of wet clothes on me.
Ched, what do you wear normally, and what are you wearing now, if anything?
Usually I wear a tiny loincloth.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the Greek version of a loincloth.
No, you can. Loincloth works.
Loincloths are kind of universal. Every culture has them.
Yes.
I always pictured him just pantsless for some reason.
I did too.
Anatomically correct.
Nothing.
Satyrs are super hairy from the belly button down, so they don't really need pants.
Yeah.
I feel like if anything, it'd look like a diaper,
Listen,
which
I
might not be the worst idea.
And I stand by it. So I am wearing a tiny loincloth between my sheepish legs.
He's modest.
Oh my
All right,
god.
so you got your satyr G-string, and you presumably wore that into the water, or do you fling it to the side?
I fling it to the side
Okay.
and show my tiny genitalia to the world.
Did Jaina arrive before or after his dip?
He's in the water when you arrive. You
Sweet.
cannot see what's in the water at the moment, unless you look
Okay.
for it.
Okay, so
I
I just want to. I just want Ched to keep describing.
I just want to say, Jaina, if I was visible, you would not be able to see a thing. It is very tiny.
Okay.
Since she just walked up, she doesn't understand
What's going on? Yeah,
what
okay.
what Ched's talking about.
Anyway, you've now had some people spending some time in the river, your canteens are filled up. What is the party doing or saying or thinking?
We should continue to head north.
Onward.
Everyone is done bathing.
I didn't bathe. Just dipped in. Just took a dip.
I put on my loincloth and I frolic over to my best friends to go venture forward.
So Jane is gonna take a second. She's gonna
real quick.
Oh.
While I'm underwater, since I can see underwater, can I do a perception check to see if there's anything valuable in the river?
You can.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna do a perception check about Chad when he was in the water.
That's what I'm about to.
Need answers.
Someone say that's valuable.
So what was your roll?
6.
You can see that there's some things sticking out of the bottom of the river, but nothing looks particularly valuable. It looks like some old wooden things, maybe, or maybe some old tools that would no longer be of use to you.
Grab them.
What?
Grab them. They might be valuable.
I try to pull it out.
You
What's
pull
there?
on what seems to be a wooden handle. Make a strength check.
A strength check?
Yeah.
Sorry, where is that? Oh, just up here.
Just general strength.
14.
All right. You pull, and out of the like wet ground, you pull out as you pull more and more, it's a little bit harder, but it looks like it's either part of a wagon or a wheelbarrow or something like that. And it's not fully taken out by your pull yet, but if you keep pulling, you might be able to get it.
Okay, just keep pulling. This is
All right.
still has a wheel on it. It might be useful.
Make another strength check.
14.
All right. You unearth what seems to be a wheelbarrow, and the wheel looks like it was made of metal and is now very rusted. And the exterior of it, you probably had some sort of covering, but it's mostly a bare axle now.
I'll just pull it out and just show it to the team.
Okay. So it's a wooden wheelbarrow with a rusted metallic wheel.
Can I do a perception check for the wheelbarrow? See if there's anything I notice about it.
Yes, I guess.
What do you
Actually,
got?
I'll just say with your passive perception, it looks straight up like a regular wheelbarrow for the area. You would know from your history probably something that would make sense for the farmer folk near Akros to have used.
Gotcha. So it's just like a generic
Yeah.
wheelbarrow for the area.
Now that we're done pulling things out of the water, can we get going?
Would you like
Yes.
to do anything with the wheelbarrow?
No, I just leave it behind. I'm not carrying it.
Okay.
Just in case
So-
anybody else. Burn it out in case anybody. It was for us of use to anybody.
So Jaina is gonna glare at Alistair and tell him, "I just wanted to see his flower. You didn't have to kill it. I regret giving you my good berry." And just walks off.
Alistair,
Walks along the river.
Alistair, can you make an insight check for me? Just see if you could piece together what she's talking about, especially after you were knocked unconscious.
Got a 9.
You're not quite sure what she was getting at. You think that what she said makes sense for something Jaina would say, in the sense that you don't understand what she's saying.
Okay. We'll continue onward.
Okay.
Can I lead the way? Since everyone else seems to be dilly-dallying.
Sure. What are the new marching orders? So we have Kopaka in the front. And are you walking alongside the river? Following...
Yes, we're walking alongside the river to get to Akros.
Yeah, I'll follow right behind him.
Okay. Kopaka, Alistair.
I'll follow in the river,
Okay.
swimming along.
Chad,
What
where are
order
you?
is that? You mean like you're not going to be with the group? You're going to be like beside us? Sorry, I'm just.
Yeah. Instead of
in
walking-
the water, you guys are walking alongside it.
Yeah. Mishiru as a Triton, as a merfolk, can swim like
He's a mermaid.
just as well, if not better, than walking. So
Got it. So we're all beside in the grass, beside the river.
yes.
And the mer person is in the actual river.
Yeah.
Okay, understood.
Y'all are on the right or the east of the river.
You know what? I'll be in the back this time.
Okay. And
You guys look over and you
Chet-
see
sorry.
that.
So that would leave Jaina between Alistair and Ched. Are you walking single file?
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense since it's just on the side of a
Sure.
river.
Okay. Sorry, someone was saying something and I cut them off. What?
Oh, I just said that like as we're walking, like Michiru is just very gleefully jumping out of the water, like they've never seen him like in a mood they've never seen him in, just like a little kid.
Is anyone in the party reacting to this?
I start applauding.
What?
Oh, but yes, my belongings. Somebody carrying them? That's another question. Yeah, I don't think I have.
I'm
I'm
carrying
my
them.
belongings in the
I'll
water.
carry them.
Okay,
Well,
thank
I
you.
can carry them. Either way. He's technically taller, so I get it.
Yeah, I'm 6'7".
I'm like 5'5".
You, with your passive perception, Mishiru, while you're swimming, you actually do encounter at some point along this way something shiny at the bottom of the river, or like on the riverbank that you're able to grab, and it's a signet ring.
A what?
Signet ring.
Oh my God! I'm collecting rings. I think I have an obsession. My character's developing as we speak.
Do you have 7?
What?
You have 7 yet?
No. So far I have 2, but I'm on my way.
That sounds like a goal.
I mean, it's not like the husbands from the wedding are using theirs anymore. You can take those too.
Ooh,
Hey.
true. When we
Okay.
come back.
Anyway, it is now about 1 p.m. and you all have progressed quite a bit following the river, and the grassland is starting to get sparser. And you notice that it's still somewhat of a prairie, but it's no longer like foot height. It's a bit more of a grassland, and you can see to the east mountains in the very, very distant horizon. And the air is a little bit drier now. And you would probably guess you're about an hour's walk off from that fork in the river that you were aiming for.
All right. Can we keep pressing along to that fork?
Seems like a good idea to me.
I'm down with that.
Would Jaina know if there's a point along this river, not having crossed it but seen it, that is like the like thinnest point to cross? Which like
Jaina is not.
That's a short distance.
Jaina would not have pre-knowledge of that, and having paid just like somewhat attention as walking along. It's the river is kind of going in and out just a little bit, but it's mostly the same at this point.
Okay.
You do hear some hawks or eagles squawking above, just going in circles. As
Jaina takes note of them.
Okay.
And studies them while she's walking.
Cool. Kamali is also sniffing along the way. Any conversations going on the road as you press forward a little bit more?
Who's in front of me?
I am. I'm in the front.
Well, Kapako is all the way in the front, then Alistair, then Jaina and Kamali, then Ched. So Ched, you're in the back.
I know, but who's? I'm
Directly
sorry,
in front of you would be Jaina and the wolf, Kamali.
Okay. Jaina, I'm sorry about your lizard friend that you didn't make friends with, but you felt bad for.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for
I asked him what he wanted, and he just wanted to smell your flower.
I feel really bad. I should be nicer to things. I just thought he was trying to attack me, and thanks for trying to save him, and thanks for your berries.
You're welcome. Thank you for
That's all of our
thanking me.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
I'm going to say, Michiru, you have impressive skills in the battlefield. Where did you learn to fight like that?
Oh, I'm in the water.
You're diving in and out. He's shouting it to you while you're out of the water.
I'm a cow person. I'm very loud.
So,
Michiru
like,
swims a little bit closer up to you to be able to respond, and you get splashed.
How pleasant.
Sorry about that. Comes with the territory.
Apparently.
Thank you. I have found myself in sticky situations in the past, and these skills have come quite useful. As an ex-member of the law, I think that as an ex-member of the law, I don't think I should elaborate any more than that. But thank you.
Fair enough.
As walking forward, Kopaka is thinking and aware that once you get closer to the fork in the river, there will probably be areas where it's been set up for people to be able to cross over them. Kopaka, you can share that information with the group if you would like. If not, then keep it to yourself.
There should be a bridge coming up. Let's keep going till we reach it. We can use that to get across, unless you want to swim like Michiru.
It's quite exhilarating.
I think I'll use the bridge.
All right. You all keep walking, and before you hear, in the distance, you can vaguely hear some people talking, and within your line of sight, now, and again, this is like probably 3 o'clock-ish, you can see that there's a bridge, but there's a group of people congregating kind of in front of it on your side of the river, and they seem to be in 2 groups talking loudly.
I just like to go straight up to them. Are they on 2 other sides of the bridge?
Say it again?
Are they on 2 opposite sides of the bridge?
They're both on... time to get out to the whiteboard. Whiteboard. I need a whiteboard song. I think there was a way to do the... Oops. Oh, that's not right. I thought I saw a... Oh, wait. Where's my... Backpack. Yeah. Whiteboard saved in folder. Isn't there a way to like go to the next page or something down here? Oh, no. Where'd you go? Cotton Eye Joe. Oh, yes. It's over here. Skirt. Okay. Let me see what the people are seeing. Yeah, that works. Okay. So... we are on a river, near a river. One of those things. Do. Now, you're not quite at the fork in the river, but those of you who go with directions or who have been around here before know, hey, it's probably coming up vaguely soon. Oops. And then this is a bridge that would come up before then. This is the river. As you can tell, because my drawing is excellent, there is a bridge over yonder. There are 2 groups of people. I will put one of them in red, and one of them in color that's not red. Let's do this blue. Is this too close to river color? Maybe it is. And then the party, we've got Ched. So basically, hopefully this clears it up a little bit. There's 2 groups of people that are in front of the bridge, and they... oh, wait. Oh, there we go. This is better for the chat. Let's see. Does this answer your question, Kopaka, was it?
Yes, it does.
Cool.
And are they humans?
Make a perception check.
All right. I'm in the front, so I can do it. I rolled 6.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I rolled 7. I can't tell either.
You just know that there's a group of people up ahead. Y'all are not this close to them. I'm just making the names real quick. Anyone else want to look at the group before are you all still walking towards them?
Jaina will look.
I mean, can I sneak in, being a rogue and be a Triton? Can I sneak through the river onto the north side of the bridge and see if I can like pick up what they're talking about?
So you're looking to to sneak like over here and listen in.
On the opposite side of the river.
Oh, like over here?
No, a northeast. Yeah.
Like over here, under the bridge.
Yeah, but like still like under the bridge. But yes, I go up and then
so
under the
that's
bridge.
a maneuver you could attempt. It would need to depend on if you're able to go under the bridge and around and stuff. But basically, before I let you do that, let's see what the party is doing real quick.
I just like to loudly go up and ask what's going on here.
Oh my god.
Jaina was gonna do a perception check.
Jaina, you can do a perception check. Kopaka might be approaching as you're doing it.
Yeah.
Forgot guidance. 21.
All right, Jaina, you can see up ahead that it appears to be that the group over here, which Kyle drew in red, which has meaning to Jaina apparently, is actually standing in front of the bridge blocking this other group. And the group that's in red appears to be mostly humans that are armored. And this group over here is also, because it's more of a mixed group. There's probably 2 humans and a centaur over here that are not heavily, like the people over here are heavily armored. This is a group that seem to have bags and a cart behind them.
Okay.
So Kopaka is going forward. Mishiro, I'm going to have you start to go up this way. You've not reached over there yet to... Basically, Kopaka's over here yelling. Mishiru's going towards the bridge. Kopaka, what are you yelling to them?
Yeah, I'm yelling, what's going on here? We need to cross the bridge.
So both groups turn to you. And Kopaka, you realize that the group here that's in red is a group of 3 Akron soldiers.
Okay.
And the group that's over here, you see what Jaina saw about how they're 2 humans and a centaur, not heavily armored. They've got some bags and a cart. And the Akron soldier says, or one of the, halt. We're dealing with this right now. Please stand back.
I'm going to let the other ones catch up for a bit.
Yeah.
And say, we can wait for a little bit. We can wait for a very short amount of time.
Try to move these people. Oh, no. Trying to get used to the whiteboard technology. The party's catching up. Mishiru,
Jaina's gonna go to the back of the group.
Okay. Mishiru, you've reached the bridge, and you see that there's underwater beams and some intricate, like, not tresses, but like basically there's underwater support keeping the bridge up. That would be very difficult to navigate through. It might be possible, but the holes are not about the width of your body, and you have to maneuver very carefully.
Oh, that's a tightly wound bridge.
Do you stay in the bridge here, in the water here, or?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm not on, if I'm on notice, yes. I mean, I try to then hide, like
so you can hear
underwater, so
close enough that you can hear. But can you make a stealth check with advantage, unless you want to do something else with it, like?
No, I mean, I'm trying to do recon at this point and just see what's going on. So a stealth. And then how do I do advantage?
Basically, you roll 2 and use the better number.
Oh, okay. Another one.
So, out of character or out of DM, you could, if you wanted to, like cast Disguise Self or something. If you wanted to make it so you like just it's even harder for them to see you. Just wanted you to know that that is an option.
Oh, wait, right. I have disguise self. Actually, can I disguise myself as one of them and try to like merge towards the back of the party?
Depends what you are trying to disguise yourself as.
So the red people, what are they?
So
are
they're
human, right?
Akroan soldiers, soldiers from the polis of Akros. So they are heavily armored and have weapons. If you you can't. I'm reading about disguise self right now. Sorry. Okay, so you could appear as though you're wearing that kind of armor.
Okay.
If you wanted to, as part of your disguise, where would you be emerging from? Like in your like, where are you heading when you're doing your disguise?
So are they blocking? Okay,
They
so
are
here's my
blocking
plan. I'm gonna go on the other side of the bridge,
Mhm.
cast disguise self, and cross the bridge as a beautiful armored.
Okay, I'm
Like,
gonna
woman?
have you move to this bank, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
pause your stuff there before we get into all of that. But that is a game plan. Okay. Kopaka's been yelled at by those people. Jada moved kind of to the back. Alistair and Ched, what are you doing or feeling?
How far away am I from the group of soldiers?
You're probably 25. You are in hearing distance to hear what they said. They said halt to Kopaka, but not close enough to be like engaging in conversation with them. I would say I'm bad at distances, like 30 feet.
Can I
35?
recognize that they're a Croatian?
You can recognize that they were Crowan, yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand there quietly and
Okay.
not try to do myself.
You're muted.
But you're the tallest of the group. Own it.
I always do this. Can I make a check for the river to see if I mean, I know Michiru is able to swim through it. I don't know if he's able to or not.
So make a perception
Because,
check
like,
to look at the river first to see if like
yeah,
how
yeah,
deep or
see
wide
if I
it is.
could eventually, if I could use disguise self and then just go through the river and avoid all of this altogether. I just want to see if the river, make a check to see if the river
Yeah,
is.
make a perception check.
Okay.
What was your result?
Sorry, it just came through. 21.
All right. So you can see pretty clearly that the river seems much deeper here than it was earlier on, almost as though it was dug to be deeper. And there seem to be some jagged rocks like lining the bottom, although it is pretty deep, so you might not be able, if you're not touching the ground, you wouldn't.
I'm definitely not able to swim through that. So
it is probably 45 feet across to be able to hit there, and at least 20 feet deep in the deepest part.
I'm gonna stand here and pretend like I don't even know Kopaka.
Okay.
He's not your bro.
He's not my bro right now because he's starting a fight, and I don't like bros that start fights.
I'm gonna go to Kopaka. How are you reacting to, being set to stand back?
We have to get across the bridge. We're not going to Akros, but we have to get to the north.
Please wait until we deal with this situation. Please stand back so we can handle this accordingly. You and your gang of ragtags can wait until after we've dealt with these ones.
Can we help at all?
Please stay back. At this point, he starts to raise his spear.
Kyle, are you a blue person or a red person? I'm just trying to understand.
I mean, one of the Crowan guards, one of the red people.
One of the red guards.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure.
And the human closest to Kopaka gives him a look and just says, "Go," like motioning, "Go away." as though they
Okay.
didn't want their help,
I'll
or that they
stand
might
back
be
and watch
making
a little.
worse. Say that again?
I'll stand back and watch a little bit, but I'm being impatient.
Cool. I'm going to replace how these are laid out so it's a little bit clearer for people. I'm going to do stars for the Crowan soldiers and little hearts for the other people. Just because those are the only two I've used so far, and I don't know what the other ones are colored. Okay. Mishiru, you've kind of breached at the other edge of the river, and you're able to see as you look out that there appear to be more Crowan soldiers on the horizon over here. But they're not really paying it. They're not like actively patrolling the river. They just look. They're making their way towards the bridge.
Okay.
Do you still want to get out over here?
Do they see me? Am I within
They do
line
not
of
currently
sight?
see you, but you're currently like not out of the water yet.
But if I get out, do they see me?
That will depend.
Because so I get out of the water and I just use cast disguise self.
All right.
As
Make a stealth check for while you're getting out of the water, and then we'll see if they see you.
5.
Okay. You kind of splash out of the water, and
Graceful.
one of the soldiers sees you, but they're a bit away, and you can hear them yelling, "What are you doing?" And that's where we'll end that for now.
No, 40 more minutes.
No, not the session, just that interaction.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. No. Oh no, we're not leaving on that. We're leaving, just moving on from Mishiru there, as that situation might develop. By the way, you all are too far away to hear what's happening over there. If one of you is looking for Mishiru, you might see what's happening, but harder to find. It would take perception. Just because I've not really been following an initiative order with that, but I should have been kind of going like backwards order. No. Jaina, anything you want to do or say at this point?
How far away am I?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Can you post the order or something like that in the chat?
Yeah, I will go back to the initiative order, I guess. I know we're not in combat, but can I have everyone roll for initiative now? And we'll start with Jaina no matter what, and then we'll go from there.
Perfect.
The initiative for the chat, by the way, is listed at the top of the screen, but I'm going to change it now that I'm being new initiative. And for everyone else, I'm going to put it on the side here so you can also see it here.
I rolled an 11.
An 11 from Kopaka.
19.
12.
9,
I rolled a 2.
19, 12, 2, and then Alistair?
6.
6, okay. So I'm going to reorder these. All right. I'm going to put it here. Initiative, Mishiru, Kopaka, Jaina, Alistair, Ched. But we're going to be starting with Jaina. Let me see is that visible on the screen too? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yes.
Might be a little bit clearer for the other people above. But
We're starting with Jaina, and then it's gonna be Alistair, Ched, Michiru, right?
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, Jaina. It's not full combat, so you can do. It's not going to be solely like movement and action based, but I'm going to basically approach you each from there, as long as we're not acting in groups or stuff.
Okay. How far away? I chose to stay in the back.
Yep.
And walk slower. How far away am I from?
Probably
that group?
40-ish feet.
Wait, shouldn't Jaina be in front of me because Jaina's 12?
Did I
see.
do my numbers wrong?
On the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Math is a wonderful thing. Math is a really cool thing. I almost majored in math.
So the soldiers have seen all of us then?
They can see you, but they're not really paying attention to you, though.
Okay.
We're not
I'm-
uncomfortable size.
So they have seen me though? Or because I
they
chose
see
to be
that
slower.
They can see that where the figure is where you are in the distance. They're not paying any attention to you. They basically know that a person is there. They're not looking. They can't see the details of you. They just know that basically someone or something is back here. But they're not paying close attention to the party right now. They're looking at these people.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, I'm gonna stay far enough back that they.
You're basically going to stop walking.
Like I want them. Yeah, I'm gonna stop walking. I want them to keep focusing on everyone else, whatever's going on in front of me, and I'm just gonna observe what everybody's doing.
Perfect.
And be silent.
Kopaka then.
So the hearts said they don't want our help, so we're just standing there. Can we listen to what's going on? We have no idea what this disagreement's about yet.
So you're standing exactly where you were when they said to back up. Is that correct?
Yeah, I might take like a half step backwards, but it's clear that I'm not like leaving.
You can listen to their conversation from where you're standing, if that's what you're intending to do.
Right. I just wanted to make clear, like, if they're asking me to back up, like, I will do a token backup, but I'm not.
This soldier is still staring you down at having not backed up more.
All right. Yeah, I'm saying the half step I took backwards is all he's getting from me.
Well, if that's how it is. Hey, he turns to his other guards. You all watch that group. I'm going to go deal with these people. So the Crone soldier presses towards you with his spear out and says, I said back up. We're dealing with business over here. We don't want you to get involved. We'll let you cross the bridge if it's safe, if we permit you to. But this is your last warning.
I'll take another half step backwards.
All right. Anyone in the party reacting to what is happening here?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about eventually going to make a deception check, but that's about it.
Okay.
I'm still very carefully observing everything.
Wait, sorry, there's two people talking. Say that again. Cannon?
I said I'm still observing everything. I haven't made any decisions.
Okay.
To act.
You're closest to Kopaka. You're observing things. Kopaka's almost backed up into you at this point.
Yeah, I'm still not moving.
Okay.
I'm standing perfectly still.
Jane is trying to shrink down as much as she can. So she's trying to hide a little bit.
Okay.
I want to see what's going on with these people.
All right. At this point, I'm going to cut back to Mishiru real quick.
Okay.
So the soldier over here starts walking towards Mishiru, and the guards that, or not the guard, the soldiers that were with them, seem to be jabbering, and the soldier closest to you, the one that noticed you, Mishiru, is kind of pointing at you and looking back and forth with the other guards, or the other soldiers. I keep saying guards. They're soldiers. And so he's somewhat distracted, but he's coming towards you and he wants to, interrogate you.
Okay. Well, I guess since I got caught, I guess I could probably hop back in the river and hide.
Okay.
Best bet, since I can't cast disguise self while he's looking at me, right?
If you disguised yourself at this moment, he would probably I would say that it's a very low chance of success of him just thinking that this other person appeared there. I think he saw you as a Triton emerge from the water.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think what I want to do here. I'm gonna go back in the river. Sorry, I'm just trying to like piece it together. So you know what? I'm just gonna run towards him and
Okay.
start crying.
Oh. Okay. So you run and start crying. Are you saying anything as you're crying?
Yeah, I'm just like, help me, sir! Help me, sir! I've been attacked!
Make a deception check, please.
My God.
Or actually, make a performance check.
Performance.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man.
23.
Yay.
Oh my stars! Is everything all right? What's wrong? What happened? Why were you in the river? This soldier is flustered and doesn't even think anything about you having been a Triton in the river. Mostly just that, oh no, this person needs help and has just come out of the river and said that someone was attacking. What's going on? What was it? Those people on the other side?
Yes, I need your help. There's a giant army on the other side. I think you need to go back and get assistance. Get help.
Oh, an army? What did they look like?
I don't know. I couldn't see. They were horrifying. It might be undead. I don't know.
I'm gonna roll for the. Okay, so one of the guard. Gosh, take a shot every time I say guard. One of the other soldiers comes up and is very concerned. Okay, we'll try to go back and get help. Then the third soldier who is with them approaches. I don't know. I think that something's fishy here.
Oh
That's
God.
offensive.
I don't. How can we trust that this person was not trying to just sneak through? The first guard says, "How can you say that? Can't you see how upset she is? He is. Who are you?"
Sir, I was just trying. I needed to get on the other side. Like I said, there's a giant army of, oh God, what are they called? The undead?
Returned.
The return. There's a giant army of return on the other side of the river.
Returned.
All my friends are dead. I'm the only Triton that could get through. I need help. Please get help.
The soldier who spoke last, she speaks up and says, "Okay, well, if what you're saying is true, I'll stay here with you and guard you." And she points to two of the other ones. You go ahead, check on the returned. You go back to the polis. Tell them to get ready for an army of returned. It might be Timer. He might be back. And so, the soldier that initially spoke to you and the other one who was kind of believing thing disperse. One of them goes towards the bridge. One of them heads back north. But now it's just you and the soldier who wasn't fully convinced of what you have going on, and I'm going to end your turn there.
Damn it.
Jaina, you see the guard. You're staying back and just observing, but you can see the that this soldier has been like pressing up close to Kopaka. Alistair's not moving. Ched is doing who knows what, and Kamali is looking up at you.
Kamali. It's Kamal.
I spelled it wrong again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it wrong every time. No, I'm not. I'm gonna learn from my mistakes.
So has there been any conversation at all at this point, though, between the soldiers and the group?
These people?
Yeah.
You're too far away to hear them.
Okay.
You can see that these people and the soldiers over here seem to be aggressive, but you can't hear what is being discussed. Again, you can see that they have like some sort of things they're trying to bring with them.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep holding.
Okay. Do you want to do or say or communicate anything to Kamali?
I'm gonna have Kamali just to have quietly have them go closer, but not close enough where the guard that's close to Kopaka can see them.
Okay. So Kamali's gonna kind of like sneak around.
Yeah.
Cool. So Kamala's gonna be over here for now, and then I'm gonna move to Kopaka. Kopaka, you're still not backing down?
I stepped back very slightly.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see what they're saying to the hearts.
All right. So this guard is kind of pressing up against you, but you're trying to focus enough over here, and you can, you can kind of make out, because again, this guard is being really up in your face. You can make out that these soldiers are saying, "Let us inspect your goods, or you won't get past. What is the issue?" Here we have, oopsie. There's a centaur over here that's a little bit farther. This one's a human. This is a centaur. This is a human. So the farthest one's a centaur, saying, "This is our business. Just let us cross." And that's all you can make out from what's going on right now until the soldier here kind of gives you this glare and says, 1, 2.
Can I hear the soldier?
You can hear this soldier, but you can't hear these people. Because the soldier's up and being close to trying to intimidate Kopaka.
If he's trying to intimidate me, I'd like to intimidate him back.
Okay. Make an intimidation check. Is there anything anything you're doing to try to be extra intimidating?
How much taller am I than him?
Archer Raxmore.
How tall are you again?
6'7".
Oh my god. Every time.
You are... So I would say that the top of the helmet that this soldier is wearing goes up to about 6'4". So you're taller than them. You're about half a foot above their eye level. But they have a spear.
I'd like to try intimidating them first. I rolled a 14. Just kind of popping out my chest.
He goes,
all right.
You really want to do this?
And since that didn't work, I'd like to do a daunting roar to affect all of the soldiers.
Okay, give me 1 second. I want to check the daunting roar stuff again real quick. And of course, I will ask you to replicate the roar you're doing.
Yes! Do it!
Oh, so creatures or creatures within 10 feet. You're not close enough to these guards to intimidate them.
No.
Just the one that's right by you. Is that so?
Go do that again.
Gotta close the door before you give your roar.
I don't spook everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
You scared the dog.
I just want to say I'm scared.
You okay?
The soldier... Oh, I'll wait for Koopa. The soldier rolls his eyes and jabs at you with a spear.
Holy shit.
Your armor class is what?
11. Wait.
Oh,
It's
gotcha. Yeah, let me figure out how much damage you're gonna take.
oh no. And since the growl was the roar was a bonus action, do I still get to attack?
No, because I would say no, because you're doing all this intimidation and stuff also.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Sorry, I'm trying to... Here we go. Here we are. Alright. Damage. I don't have that die on me.
What is it?
What do I do? Okay, we're good. Okay, Kopaka. The guard has had enough of your shit. He's like, okay. And he stabs at you with the spear, and it hits you right in the center. You take 9 damage. Combat has officially begun.
Alright.
Alistair, I'm going to go to you next.
Stabbed in the back.
Okay.
So you can see that Kopaka just got stabbed in front of you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run in with Goring Rush, which says immediately after you use the dash action on your turn, move at least 20 feet. You can make one melee attack with your horns as a bonus action. So I'll attack with my horns first.
Okay.
That's much. How much can I attack with? Yeah, it just has one bonus action. Does that mean I get to attack again? Like I get 2 attacks?
Let me look at the Goring Rush thing real quick. Oh, I'm not the right person. I think it would, but I believe since you're just trying to observe, you wouldn't have your weapons drawn. So basically, just keeping that in mind, you could still pull a weapon and try to attack. And let me check Goring Rush real quick. After you use the dash action on your turn, okay, so using the dash would be your action. So dashing up to it is your action. The Goring Rush part of it is the bonus action. So the melee attack from the Goring Rush is your attack, more or less. Like basically moving and attacking with the Goring Rush would be your turn.
Gotcha. Okay. So I need to roll for hit?
Yeah, with your horns.
Oh, you're gonna be kidding me. 6.
You bounce into the soldier's breastplate, and he is a little taken aback, but he doesn't actually get hit that far back, if at all. And it doesn't seem damaged. At this point, the hoplite says, "We got a situation over here." And the other soldiers pay attention, and they start trying to move closer.
Are people in the hearts react to that at all?
They will get their turn in a second.
Clutch their pearls.
Pardon? Clutch their pearls. Ched, your turn.
How far back do I have to be for them to hear my song, though?
You're about 20 feet from Kopaka, 30 feet from this closer soldier.
I'm going to slowly back up, but I'm going to grab my lute and start singing this song to just inspire my bros.
Which bro? And which song?
I think the bro that I would like to inspire is Alistair, because he saved me when a boar attacked me last night. And he's also right in front of being attacked.
Okay.
I like how the story keeps getting more and more aggressive. Like, the boar stole my stuff. Now the boar's attacked you.
There's a giant boar. The boar attacked me.
There was a bear. At some point, it was a bear.
There's a bear. So you're using you're like doing your inspiring spell? Is that presumably correctly? Bardic inspiration?
Inspiring song to inspire Alistair.
Please perform it.
Alistair, the star in your name is the shape of your soul. That was my song.
Inspiring.
Really
Alistair, you have the Bardic Inspiration die. In addition, remember, you also have a regular inspiration that I gifted you earlier. I'm going to have those be separate, but yeah. The regular inspiration is used for every roll thing as well.
Okay.
And okay. And you move backwards, Ched? You moved like over here?
Yes.
Sure. At this point, like I said, the soldiers have started moving over this way. Jaina, who's kind of watching from a distance still and is not embroiled in any of the combat, you can see that it looks like the centaur over here is starting to make a run for the bridge, and this human is trying to help the other human pull their like cart of stuff.
Okay, and then have the soldiers noticed them?
They're rushing over here because combat has started. That one of them's like kind of making a cursory like glance over there, and it said don't move, but they're more concerned with the actual fight breaking out over here. It's not actually your turn just yet. I just wanted to let you know that you're kind of the observer, so I was saying you see this, but it'll be your turn after Mishiru's, who is now Mishiru. You're pretty far away from them, but you can hear a little bit of a commotion.
Yeah.
so you can if you can't see exactly what's going on, but you think that there's something happening on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
Do you react to that at all? Right now, the other soldier there's a soldier right next to you saying, like that is actually let's rephrase this. The soldier in front of you saying, "I'm hearing some things from the other side." Is that the returned?
There must be. I think they may need your help. I think you should go.
Roll for deception.
Okay.
Can I see Michiru? Because I'm just trying to observe everything.
If you're just observing everything, I would say what?
Like, did I see basically like?
I'm trying to remember what your
speck
vision
come out of the
range.
water?
Basically, I think you can see that. If you look, you can kind of see that Michiru's over there, but you can't really tell what's going on. You think you see Michiru, but you're not 100% sure.
Okay.
22.
Oh wow, you're right. It must be the people on the other side. But I'm afraid to leave you here alone. Would you be okay if I left you here while I go try to help my fellow hoplites?
I think I'll be fine. I think your friends need you.
All right, you stay here and stay safe. And the other soldier, she goes towards the bridge and charges over this way.
Wait. Oh, can I try to stab her when she turns around?
You can.
That was
make
mine.
what was it, like the ambush thing? You which thing? Sorry, I have to pull up your sheet again. You might have it in front of you. Don't you have like a sneak attack? Let's see.
Yeah, I have sneak attack.
I would say you would have an advantage on the roll since it'd be surprise.
Okay.
And I would say you could use one of your daggers most likely because you wouldn't have both. Like you wouldn't have like. Yeah.
No, yeah, I would just pull one from the back.
Okay, so go for it. Make a roll with advantage. So roll twice.
Okay. 18.
You swipe at and are able to just nick the a bit of the open armor on the soldier as she's turning away. Roll for damage.
Oh, hold on. Damn it. And then this was... What was this? So the 4 plus 3... So 7. Because my sneak attack gives me a 1d6, and then I rolled 4 plus 2, and then piercing.
Okay. She falls to the ground. It seems that you've hit like a part of her back that would make her spine kind of twist a little bit when you hit her. And so she falls to the ground, conscious and confused. What? Oh. And that's where we're going to end your turn, but she's looking up at you, but unable to really move.
God, I just paralyzed her?
Possibly.
Just kill her. Ugh. Now you have
Time to kill her!
Jaina, it is your turn, and Kamali has been observing the stuff that's over here. If you think Kamali would just come back to you at this point.
I also just want to say, like, just so we know we're kind of getting towards time, just to let you guys know.
Yes, good point.
Okay, so Jaina, seeing everything and not actually doing it, but basically in the mood of like facepalm.
Mm-hmm. Did you send Kamali out to scout and come back to you, or is Kamali meant to be over here?
No, Kamali's supposed to stay over there.
Okay, that's what I wanted to check.
So, how are the 3 guards really focused on Alistair and Kopaka right now?
They are most worried about them because they're the ones that are engaged in combat. They know that you were arriving at the same time, but they're not paying any attention to you. They're paying attention.
Okay.
They know they're paying some attention to Ched because they heard him making noise, and he's like kind of close to you. But they really, basically, you stayed far enough back that they're not even thinking about you.
Because I've been trying to crouch and hide and that kind of stuff.
You're not on the radar.
Okay, so what I'm going to try. What I'm going to do is I'm going to. Let me just double check. What's the difference from me to the other side of the wagon?
From you to here,
Yeah.
I'd say 85 feet.
85 feet. Okay. So I'm going to. Okay. I'm going to try to do. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to cast Wild Shape.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Uh-huh.
And
Taking
I'm
what
going
form?
to turn. I'm going to turn into. Let's see. How hot? What is the ground like here? Like, is there any grass?
There's some grass. There's grass. It's not high grass. It's like very sparse, like turf almost. It's like not fully rocky terrain, but it's not like a full prairie. If that makes sense. It looks almost like it was manicured at some point, but it hasn't been the past few days.
Okay, so in order to make myself not be seen as much, because you're saying it's rocky, so to try to camouflage myself, I'm going to wild shape into a spider.
What kind? Mammoth?
A spider.
A regular spider? Okay.
No, a spider.
Just spider.
A tiny.
Like small animal spider. Thank you. I suppose. Yeah. Yes. I don't know why I thought it would be just a giant spider. Okay, so you're turning into a spider.
I'm gonna turn into a spider.
Uh-huh.
And it has 20 feet, so it's not very fast. But because it's small, I want it to be black, so it's gonna be a black spider to try to blend into the ground. And I'm gonna be starting to go. Like, basically, if you think of a beeline towards Kamali, I'm basically trying to go that way. Okay. So 20 feet that way would be my movement.
Okay, so you're here and you're a spider. Spider Jaina.
Yeah, so I basically so now I'm 60 feet from on the other side of the wagon. And that's my turn. Okay.
Kopaka, you're just stabbed.
Yes. I'd like to immediately respond by attacking the guy who stabbed me with my hand axes.
Okay.
The first one, I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Ooh, and the second one, I rolled a 24.
Okay. They're both gonna hit.
All right. The first one is 7.
Okay.
Second one is 8.
All right. You knock down this hoplite, this soldier, who seems off guard, surprised that you're able to hit him back so hard after being stabbed. And he lets out a little bit, huh? And falls a little bit further from you and Alistair, but he still has his spear drawn, basically.
I can't cast a spell, right? That would be in.
Alistair, I'm going to have you take your turn now. It might be the last turn, we'll see.
Okay. I'm going to try and attack the one that's on the ground.
Okay.
So I'll roll for hit.
With, how are you attacking him?
I mean, assuming he's on the ground, I'm going to hold the axe over my head. And then
you're pulling out your axe, basically. Because you didn't have a weapon out just yet. I just want to confirm what weapon you're using.
Oh, yeah, the axe.
Okay.
So I rolled a 22 for hit.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
For damage, I did 14.
Wow. You bring... Say that again?
11 plus 3.
Yeah. You bring your axe down, and it crumples the breastplate of the armor that they're wearing, and you can tell that the impact you had was enough to knock the life out of this guard who's now on the ground within a concave breastplate. So this soldier has just been killed.
Finally hit something.
Actually, wait, what color is the X stand?
That's an understatement.
It only took, what, 3 sessions?
Nice.
It's not your flaming sword. You can't use the flaming sword.
Apparently that's the problem. The flaming sword is cursed. The gay rights sword is cursed.
The gay rights sword is cursed.
So,
Real.
the hoplites over here see that you've just slain their soldier who is not expected, like, none of them expected this to be what was happening. And, man, it's getting towards chaos. But that is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
All right. Well, at least we killed one of them.
For what reason?
They attacked first.
We did
No,
attack.
he told him to go backwards.
He went backwards.
I think you guys did great.
Ah,
I was singing my song of support. That's what I do.
Y'all made a
I
lot
like
of
how- I
ground
like
in
you-
terms of actual travel.
For the record, I was going to try and negotiate with them, and then you got up in their face and they attacked you, and that's the only reason I started fighting, is I was coming to your defense.
You were
Dag
being
was gonna
very
try and
passive.
seduce them.
I guess I should be more objective.
I was gonna flirt with one of them, like Jamil knew.
Yeah. What is
Um,
the chat thing? Does the chat?
I have a
does it have
deception,
a
by the way, of
or-
+5. My deception rate is fantastic, unlike real life, which it is horrible.
Wagon wheel Wootsy.
I do like how you were saying like, oh, he's not my bro right now because he's starting a fight, and then he started a fight, and then you defended your bro with inspiration.
Different, bro.
I mean,
Different, bro.
I had this whole plan. I was gonna like while they were being seduced, I was gonna come disguised as a warrior on the bridge and just be like, "What is going on here?"
I appreciate Jonathan's top energy that's coming out. Just starting a fight, not talking at all, and just going for it. I appreciate the top side of Jonathan that's coming out.
But also failure roar because he intimidated nobody.
The guard was failed to be impressed. Well, I mean,
I think it worked because he intimidating enough to get stabbed. Like the guy got startled and stabbed him. So
That is true. But look, we're on a mission. We don't have time to be told to sit around and wait. We've already killed enough time burning down the prairie fields.
Yeah, but we could have helped the guards search the wagon. We don't know that the people with the wagon are good people. They might be bad people. In fact, they're probably bad people if the guards are stopping them to search their shit.
Yes. Well, we're gonna have a great campaign next week. We're still in the stream, right?
we're still in the stream. Yep, yeah, we are.
Let's say goodbye to everyone that supported us
Yeah.
all day today. And
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much. We had some new follows. We had B-Rye coming in with the awesome raid earlier. In the chat, I just put a link to !wedding video where you can find the YouTube list if you want to watch previous episodes of this, or if you're like just getting here and you're like, oh, I missed the beginning of this. Oh no. I will shortly have this week's session that we just did up on that YouTube channel with just, cutting out like the break more or less. It's mostly just going to be the full VOD. Thank you,
yes,
Charles.
TW
Yeah.
Rogers. I don't think anybody knows what's going on that bridge. So
Yeah.
No, not seeing people not asking questions as
I just paralyzed someone. So
And there probably aren't any witnesses, so props to you.
yeah, I was actually gonna try to drown her.
Is this the Snyder cut of this episode? Because this is literally the darkest it could possibly be.
This is not where I was expecting this to go at all, but the party's doing what the party's
it never
doing.
is what Kyle is expecting.
We successfully killed.
I mean, you put a bunch of soldiers blocking the literal path we have to cross. You know we were gonna fight
Yeah,
them.
we could have just talked to them.
Hey,
I was in your own army.
Okay, but Alistair, you knew that, and you stood there and did nothing.
I wasn't sure what was going to happen. All of a sudden, he got stabbed. Like, it all happened so quickly.
It wasn't
pretty
necessarily
sure-
all that quickly. It was okay. Well, anyway, thank you so
I
much.
do
Yes,
love that. So Kyle comes up with a plan for like hours and hours and hours. We start the campaign, and within like 10 minutes, he's like, "Okay," and everything I planned is gone.
I started planning less because of that, but also I'm trying to plan. It's like more so like, okay, these are the few directions to start off with, and they'll probably go one of these ways, something like that. I didn't.
Friend creates a tree.
We'll never.
Like,
who
these are the different routes this can go.
who can
and
never
these-
be sure if that lizard was anything real or not. I don't know, but
Oh, God, that fucking
everyone,
lizard.
I will be back at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time again next week, here on LA Gamers. I've been Kyle at KYLECTRON is my Twitch and stuff like that. If anyone else wants to see the contact information, I'm going to turn off our audio and go back to the slideshow for a minute as we say thank you and good night.
Bye,
Love
guys.
you all,
Everybody, have a
and
good
have
night.
a
We'll
good
see you
one.
next week.